blazing the steel. Bring the heat. Mix it non-stop with the hottest DJ.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Non-stop.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not, really? This to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has...
is not, really? This to me. Right. Idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, that's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
What's
for
going
me
on,
and my
everybody?
boys and my
Welcome
kids.
to the lab.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz. That's my name.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not, really? This to me.
How is everybody?
On the side and worry about the boys.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday
There is no
evening.
investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
We never do. Well, sometimes we do, but we really try not to.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
What is going on, everybody? Good to see you. Good to be here. Welcome to the lab. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz, and as always, I would just like to thank you wherever you're watching from, wherever you may be, for making the lab part of your evening. Is everybody cold enough? Is everybody, not just cold? I mean, it is freezing where I'm at, and it doesn't get nearly as cold where I am as it does where you guys are. A lot of you, Texas and Ohio. It doesn't even snow where I live. Thank God. I hate snow. I hate it with a passion. Snow. Mary P says snow in there. You know what? Let me get the chat rocking and rolling here. 84 degrees. Wow, that's pretty warm still, isn't it? All right, and we're going to be off to the races here in a second. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And we're rocking and rolling, folks. We're rocking and rolling. Nothing can stop us tonight. Except, okay, so I'm gonna be diplomatic about this the best way that I know how, and I'm not going to a lot of the reason that people tell me that they watch this channel is that because I don't trash people, and that's debatable. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I try not to. Just depending on, look, I get trashed all the time, and I've never done anything quite like what I'm about to show you. I really do think that I need to hand out some advice. Now, I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, the smartest person in the world. nor do I claim to be, nor do I claim to have all the answers. But one thing that I somehow, some way pride myself in is self-awareness. Self-awareness is, for lack of a better term, when you're doing something that looks awful to everybody else, but yet either you don't see it or you don't care, or, so on and so forth. I mean, it's just like, that's how it is, right? So I get sent something earlier, and I'm always going like, I try to ignore most stuff. You know what I mean? I try to ignore, most things that, like, people always say, like, we're a community. Like, we're a community. And while I 110% disagree with that, unfortunately, a lot of us report on the same crap. Meaning, like, when we start talking about each other that's when it becomes crap. The stories and the issues that we're dealing with are of the most importance. And then, we get into this kind of stuff. Now, and I want to say, and mods, I understand the whole, names in the chat, and if you can refrain, please do. I'm not here to promote anybody or pull, or detract from others, or, Macho, why are you so far down, dude? Oh, there you are, Macho. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Anyway, so let's just, there's no preamble that's really going to help this. So this right here, what you see is a banner in the front yard of Quinton, on the fence of Quinton Simon. And Peyton, I told you to redact it. Okay, but I didn't tell you to. I told you to black the faces out. I told you to black the faces out. And you didn't. So anyway, why is it? It's redacted. Yes, it's redacted. It's crossed out because I'm not going to first of all, I'm not going to promote this. I don't know why it was done, but for some reason, Billy Joe Howell thought it would be a good idea to put up a banner a banner of a supportive YouTube channel, which is not an issue. I don't care about that. I'm not blaming the YouTuber. They could care less what I think. But I am going to give Billy some advice. Billy Joe, if you're going to put a poster up at all, you should have a poster for your missing grandson with his picture all over it. And it should say, "Have you seen me?" with a phone number for law enforcement. And that to me is appropriate. I am not here to bash. For first and foremost, I expect this from my community, myself included. And I blame Billy Joe for this as well, 110%. It once again, it shows a lack of sensitivity. It shows a lack of awareness. It shows a lack of most things. But first and foremost, it shows a lack of respect to the missing child. And I'm going to tell you this right now. That right there, and I don't care who pays for what, they're not cheap, but this was supposed to be a gift. And if I was that YouTube creator, I would say take it down immediately. Take it down immediately. There's no reason for that to be up there. But, that's just me. So my advice, Billy Joe, is for you to just stop. I'm giving you friendly advice. I promise you, and I'm not being mean. I'm not dogging you. I know whatever's going on in that house and whatever has went on in that house is just it's a terrible, terrible thing. And there's no question about it. But oh my God, what the hell are you doing? This is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that makes people not feel sorry for you, not feel bad for you. What? I mean, honestly, holy jeez, man. It is such a weird thing to think that this is appropriate. It's not appropriate. What good does it do to have some, not just, and I'm not just saying them, I'm talking about anybody's YouTube channel up on your fence? How does that help you find your son? How does that help you find your son? Well, it doesn't. It doesn't. But obviously that wasn't the intention. But that should be the focus. I mean, I'm baffled at some of the stuff that's done on, YouTube. And by the way, you're not talking to a saint or, anything. I'm confused as to what we're doing here. I don't know. I don't know. Channel hopper, don't pull people out of my room. Come on. Really? Jesus. Is that not etiquette? I mean, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Holy cow. First of all, what does it matter who it is? It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't. It makes no difference at all. It could be anybody. The fact of the matter is that it's wrong. It's always going to be wrong. And it's just, my advice to Billy Joe Howell is lay off the booze. Stop talking to people. This is what YouTube wants. We want to suck. And I say we, I'm whatever. Suck the attention in and the this and that and that. Where is the poster for Quinton Simon? Where is the poster for your missing grandson who they believe is in a landfill somewhere? Oh my God in heaven. This is as inappropriate as it gets. Every day I'm first and foremost, I've been accused of people saying that, I think that I'm better than people, and nothing could be further from the truth. I think I'm worse than most people, but I'm not that. I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never, ever do that. And I don't know who would, except two people. And that's another thing. Sick. It's really sick. Mississippi girl says, and I agree, that they already know where Quinton is. So heartbreaking. I agree with that as well. That's the reason. Natalia, 199 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Ashley says, I can't believe all the games they are playing. Sick. They're, I'm baffled, guys. I don't even, like I said, I'm not dramatic. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not trying to make something bigger than it is. None of that stuff is my intention. It's just not. I'm not trying to cause fake outrage. I'm not trying to get you to lash out at people. But this is the kind of stuff that it's hard to ignore, because I started covering this case early on, like a lot of other people, very early on, within a couple days or so, of maybe even sooner. It was very early. And I slowly saw it kind of start to snowball into this mess, and give it about a week and a half of evolution, and it turns into something that is almost unwatchable. This is the kind of stuff that turns people, actual interested people who want to help, or who, I'm telling you right now, and all I need is an email from Billy Joe or somebody, but I'm willing to do a favor here. I really am. Okay. I would love to send you that exact same flyer or poster. Well, same dimensions, same everything, with Quinton's face on it, with the information about Quinton. I will pay for it personally, and I will ship it. I'll drop ship it right to you. There's time to correct this mistake, because it's a big mistake. It's insensitive. It is weird. It shows a lack of knowledge about what really is going on. And I would absolutely love to be able to do that for you. I get that you spent some money on that thing, and they're not cheap. Those things are probably $200 or something. But how about, I would love to do that. I promise you, I would love to do that. You could pop it right over that one, and then I think it would be great. I think it would be great. And this is I'm not casting aspersions on others. I'm not gonna, look, my expectations of people are pretty low to begin with. So I usually don't get too hyper about stuff. But, if you remember at the beginning of this case, I really, really did sort of take up for Billy Joe, and she's just made weird move after weird move, meaning the whole, going to a bar and getting hammered and all this, yeah, well, I'm just saying, I don't know I don't know her status with, I don't know anything about any of that. I'm just saying the offer is there. The offer stands. It will always stand until he's found. And I really did try to understand what she was going through, what Billy Joe was dealing with. And I understand that they've been under attack by the public, because that, and sometimes rational decisions aren't always made. Hold on one second. Let me go back up here, because I don't want to. And Annette Thompson, thank you so much for that $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate that very much. Not one, I could have even accepted that photo or whatever it is. I could have accepted it if Quinton was on there anywhere. I just don't see him. I looked, I zoomed in, I did all kinds of crap. He just wasn't there. Not even an invisible ink or, nothing. Nothing. It's shameless. Like a school building on Saturday, no class. And you're talking to a guy who has made a cereal bowl out of tinfoil and used a popsicle stick to eat his Cheerios. So I know a thing or two about no class. And this is right up there. And that's the other thing I want to ask Billy Joel Howell. I want to ask this. Where do you think that Quinton is? Because you would think, so basically what it feels like to me is they're just waiting, both of them, Leilani and Billy Joe, they're waiting for, it's like I don't mean to laugh, I'm just having trouble. They're waiting for him to be found in the landfill. It's almost like, and I am too, because I believe that's where he is, because that's what law enforcement has said. However, if she denies, if Leilani denies, if she denies that she hurt him and did what she did, then he's lost, Leilani. They'll go find him. Then somebody took him. If you didn't do what they say you did and where they're looking, then go find him. Put up a poster. Cover your front yard with posters. There's no room for other things right now. There's just not. Kelly S. says, you never cease to amaze us. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Whether you, let me, and I'll answer this too. Single Mama 4 says the landfill, I think maybe it's a red herring, but I can be wrong. Okay, even if it was a red herring and Leilani knew that she didn't do this, then she would be looking elsewhere for her son. But the fact that she's not looking for her son tells me that they're looking in the right place, and that it's not a red herring. That's what it tells me. They're not allowed to look in the landfill, but if they truly believe, if she really believes that somebody else, just like Dawn and Candace, they don't actually think that. They're just talking crap. They're just talking crap. Lou. It's interesting. That's a different take. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Jessica says the police are not searching that landfill for no reason. Well, I agree with you. So why? Obviously, and then she's like, well, if they come up with something. Oh, you mean, so when they find him, or this is how sick it is. And I'm telling you right now, and you can call this, speculation or whatever. And I think most of us know this, like she doesn't want him to be found in that landfill or at all. If he's not in the landfill, then that means that he's been taken by somebody else, some stranger, some, whatever. Some entity, Pretty soon, the next thing it'll be, aliens and Jesus Christ Almighty. I don't know. I don't know. There's no book to tell you how to act when a loved one, especially a child, your son or grandson, go missing, or, grandbaby, or, so on and so forth. Okay. But I know that, you don't go out and drink and party or go to dinner with friends. Dinner with friends. And this is really early on too. Remember, dinner with friends. The son said, "Oh, my mom wanted to get out of the house because, what was she supposed to do? She wanted to go with her friends." And to display these people wailing and gnashing their teeth, and it's like Dawn and Candace 2.0. And the first chance that they get where it'll be beneficial, if this happens, they'll turn right around and it'll bite them in the ass, and they'll be turned on, and it's just a vicious cycle. I could have told you any of this 6 months ago or 8 months ago, but now I've seen it, probably going on the 4th or 5th time, and I've kind of figured out how these things kind of work now. I've seen it. I came in at the end of, no, it wasn't even the end. I mean, I was covering true crime when Orrin and Orson, Classic and Sincere, were found. But while, the peak of that case, I wasn't around for, and I didn't really know that much about it, Then I learned a little bit more about it. Cash Gurnan and all those cases, Kylie Rodney. The Kylie Rodney one was just, it was really, really bad as well. So, it is disheartening, but at the same time, there are so many things like that I could say that will fall on deaf ears on some people, because I guess we just see some things different. We just see some things different, And as terrible as that is to say that we're that far apart, I can't really imagine many supporting this. I just can't. I cannot understand for the life of me why anybody would support this kind of behavior. But people love drama. People love fighting. People love confrontation. I mean, if you look at the reality TV shows, the best reality TV shows are, Jerry Springer, Maury, like, because you go, it makes you feel better about your life or something. You go, oh man, these people are nuts. You got to see this. And don't think that people that are watching it aren't going, oh, this is so heartfelt and compassionate. They're going, oh my God. Did you see that? Let's go. Brandon says, Josh, what is your opinion on what happened to this innocent baby? I think there was an accident in the house. I don't think she meant to do whatever, unless, I don't know. I just know she's responsible for his death. That's enough for me. I don't care if it was an accident or not. And if she was high when it happened, then, something obviously happened in that house that she didn't want them to find out. So yeah, she's completely responsible for the death. And what do they say? Sometimes the crime, the cover up is worse than the crime. And I would say, and this is just a scenario, so hang with me through the end of it and don't try and stick it to me before I finish. I'm sure she was high. Yeah, I am too, but there is a difference between an accidental whatever, even say she was high, and I don't have any proof that she was or wasn't, but say that she was high and something happened to him. She's culpable, absolutely, and she would pay with a lot of time, meaning she would pay for, it'd be like manslaughter or something. But then let's go even further than that. Let's go even further, okay? Wait a minute, what happened here? Oh. Look, I love pink. Why is my... Oh, there it goes. Uh-oh. Let me move this. We got to get it all in all of its glory. Let me move this terrible thing. Bam. Here we go. Welcome. Time to bring up the subscription goal because I think that's moving. Let's see. So we're at 259. We're trying to get to 300. Check this out. Does that count it? 259. Oh, do I have to manually do it? That's stupid. It should do it on its own. I have to manually do it. Whatever. I do. I have to manually do it, which is weird. I don't know why, but anyway, welcome all new members. Love Pink. Thank you so much. You're such a loving person, and we love you here at the lab. One of our great, fantastic mods, an awesome supporter of this channel, and thank you. And Brent Montgomery, if you're out there somewhere, I also want to thank you for, yes, and you do have to enable your gifts, your donation. I fully appreciate that. I don't see them usually until like after the show or the next day. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Brent, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. So there's a difference between an accident happening and then calling the police and saying, you know what, like I'm a shitbag, and sorry, I didn't mean to say S-bag, but and then, but between that and then the police believing that you physically put your son in a dumpster, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. And I hate it. I absolutely cannot stand the fact that we are looking for a child in a landfill. And unfortunately, I'm telling you, It happens all the time. All the time. It happens all the time. But then on top of all that, you have the audacity to put up somebody else's poster. Because you know people are going to be coming by your house, okay? This is like when corporations buy spots on TV, like behind home plate or on the floor at an NBA game. It's high. It's advertising. It's advertising. The only kind of advertising that should be going on is looking for Quinton Simon. That's it. That, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't understand a situation where I would be, at least on this. I'm so confused. I'm so confused, and I want to understand, but I can't understand. I'll never understand this. And to rationalize it like it's a normal thing is weird. Because it's not a normal thing. Yeah, if they don't want to use his picture, then who else? I mean, why are this isn't the World Series where you buy advertising or do somebody a favor because it's a high traffic area. That is when people say, like, I have a gift for you, and some people say I can't accept that, like, that's a gift that probably shouldn't be accepted. Look for your, matter of fact, you don't even have to look for him, because I believe that the police already know where he is. They're the ones that want to find him. But just, like, stop doing stupid stuff. And if there is a drug problem in that house, and I don't know if there is or not, and I know everybody's going to say, well, go watch this, go watch that. I don't know that for a fact, and neither does anybody else, okay? But if that's true, and we're taking advantage of people that are on drugs while the lowest point of their life, because trust me, Billy Joe has had some really low points in her life. Some really low points in her life, like all of us have. And she keeps plowing through those one right after the other, some because of herself and some not, and her children, bring a lot of problems to her. Fair enough. Let's see. Right. Well, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I'll address this, Paula. I find it crazy that we can't call out other creators in chat when they are doing wrong. LOL. What? do we have a it's thin blue line that can't be crossed in YouTube world? It's actually just kind of YouTube etiquette, because if you've noticed, I haven't used their name. I'm not going to. And I don't know if it's necessary to use it. And that you go into anybody's chat and pretty much like that. That's how it universally works. It's nothing, you know. It's nothing personal. It's nothing, you know, whatever. It's just the way it works. It's always been the way it works, you know. It'd be this, you know, what do I want? I don't want to send a bunch of people to them. They wouldn't want to send a bunch of people to me. So I respect not using their names. That's it. If I can do it, you can do it. That's it. Member number is going up. Ellie Mae, good night. So maybe that, I don't know if that answers your question at all, but you know. I didn't look. I didn't make the rules. I just kind of agree with them. Paula says, so if they commit straight up crimes, are you going to report on it because they are YouTube creators? Yeah. Why not? What's your point? Why wouldn't I? What they're doing is not a crime. It's just shitty. That's it. I mean, nothing more, nothing less. That's it. Here for the drama. Paula, it's because every creator is afraid that another creator will collect a penny they could have had. Do you think, here for the drama, do you think for a second that people don't know who I'm talking about? Like, yeah, there's a couple people, but trust me, they're going to figure it out. So, you know, it's obviously a little tongue in cheek. It's obviously a little tongue in cheek, right? So to say that the reason that I'm not promoting it is because that Cher is going to take some money from me is just not the case. And I said her name. How's that? You feel better? Do you feel better now that I did that? Cool? You know? I mean, come on now. It's not crazy. We get it. You can't just play along. Does it matter to the show that much if that's what I do? Exactly. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other person. I'm just saying, like, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. So what's the big deal? I mean, is that not a rule everywhere else? That it? I liked it better before you said it. Well, yeah, I know, but you know, look, I'm not gonna let my mods just take heat. This is something that is universally done everywhere and all over YouTube. Like, it's not even a true crime thing. It's a YouTube thing. People don't like doing that. Some may. We don't. I don't. You know, because here's what happens. When you say that word, then somebody's going to say POS or trailer. It really just kind of does a nosedive. So if we kind of keep it tongue in cheek and kind of light and a little funny, but not too funny, but not too serious, we can get through these things a lot better than people saying bitch, whore, dumb, excuse my language. But that is what we're talking about here. And that's what goes on. That's the downhill spiral of the chat. And so to keep the chat the way that we like it, that's what we do. I do it all the time. It's just kind of how it works here. Saint be saved. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, it's just, I don't want, first of all, I don't really want people calling other people like those kind of names. Like, that's it. That's it. It has nothing. What they're doing is wrong. I agree. I don't like it, but I'm not here to talk personal about them. I'm talking about this right here. It was this. I don't agree with. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're trying. That's what we're discussing. And it could literally be anybody. If I did this, it doesn't really matter. I did want to mention a channel to you for pertinent information, but if that's wrong, I apologize to you, Josh and chat. It was for no other reason. No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that at all. And if you want to, feel free to email me. Send me, what you got. I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit there and let my mods just take heat for the stuff that has been going on since time immemorial. There you go. True crime and other stuff. There's a creator for you. Feel you guys good? Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, look, you're probably right too. It does make for a more interesting show when you call people like, look, I don't know anything about these people. I've seen some of their stuff they do. I don't agree with it, but like, I just kind of leave it at that. I don't know anything about them or pretty much anybody on here besides Chris McDonough from the interview room. I don't know anybody else personally like that. And so it's hard for me to, I'm not going to call somebody, the crypt keeper or another creator, people in cases, Dawn and Candace to me are just free fair game because of what they did. But I don't know anything about them. So I'm not going to call them drug addicts. I'm not going to call them crackheads. I'm not going to call them this. I'm just not going to do it. You can think that all you want. I don't care. And it has nothing to do with like me being classy. I just don't want to do it. It's not my thing. Like, I have. It's just not something I'm into anymore. I just do not like to do it. But that's it. That's it. And by the way, I know it puts people in a bad spot sometimes because they want to be free about talking about others and You can. Just, I mean, we literally let me see here. And I'm gonna address this too, because you're living up to your name. Shocker. Rhonda, thank you so much. All right. So I don't think I can highlight it anymore, but here for the drama says, and you know, we deleted it, but you time out people for their opinions just like Cher. It's insane. Cher is trash, and if y'all think these creators don't collect money off of kids' names, y'all are stupid. Thank you for calling everybody stupid. That's really why just now you just proved the point that the reason we don't allow that kind of stuff is because of what you just did. So thank you for proving our point. Thank you for getting upset about it and throwing a fit and calling people stupid. Love that. I mean, you literally just proved exactly what I was trying to say. Exactly what I was saying. Case in point. Case in point. When you start mentioning other people's names, it goes downhill fast. Downhill fast. Downhill really, really fast. So think about that tonight before you go to bed. And I'm sure you're going to go, don't go over to his chat. Don't put my name in other people's chats too. They don't appreciate it. Thank you. We're moving on. So it's just, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I kind of agree with the wow. You're all stupid. You're all stupid. Yeah, we're all stupid. We all understand and respect the rules. Well, most of us do, except somebody, what was the name? Here for the drama? Living up to your name. Mississippi Girl, you know, has a whole thing on it. I don't know. It just does. It holds all the power. Let's see here. So anyway, thank you for proving our point. It is a full moon. Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know. Almost 1,000 people cheering on this high drunk lady that put that baby in a dangerous situation and fabricated situation over a job. Like, it was a weird thing. Let's see. It was a weird thing in that chat. Yeah, I agree. Somebody just said that they're here for Otis. They're here for Otis. I really, it's weird. Very rarely do your points get proven live, but you know, and we haven't even talked about Delphi tonight. I don't even know if I have the energy to talk about it now. But I want to let you know that on Friday we'll have a segment with Tom Mortati out of Martin, Hardy, and Mazzotti law firm in New York, and he's going to talk to us about the Delphi ceiling, and we're going to ask him some other questions as well. And then we're going to have one of our favorites, Gary Meese, you know, the guy who just Gary Meese, the guy that will cut me off right away and say, okay, well, I'm just done now, after he feels that the conversation has exceeded everything. So, big week, good start to the week. I'll probably have to change this title. I don't care. It's dumb what they did. It'll always be dumb. I love you guys. Don't say any F's and stuff. And if you have to say other creators' names in the chat, say it rhymes with hair or care or nair or fair or bear, but not.
Let's go!
You know
There is no
what?
investigation. This boy has.
It's not really this to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna
the
do
boys.
what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and
There
stuff.
is no investigation. This boy has.
It's not really this to me. Right, idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, you know, that's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
Paula tomorrow.
What
But
I gotta do for me and my boys.
tomorrow. Promise.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
It's not really this to me. But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
Thank you, Canadian Cookie. I appreciate that
But
very
I have
much. To the mods, I love you
There is
guys.
no investigation.
Here for you.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
The chat. 99% of you guys are just amazing, fantastic. I love you guys.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
You guys have a great